Good morning, children. So let us go in detail on autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition by the process photosynthesis in photosynthesizing plants. You can see the money plant. It is green because of the green pigments in the chlorophyll. As the name suggests, autotrophic nutrition means self-feeding. We have already done it in the previous videos. In smaller classes you have already learned. Let me revise it once again. What is the meaning of photo? Photo means light. Synthesis means making by putting together. That is, the spices used are carbon dioxide and water. For cooking, of course, you need the ingredients. The ingredients are carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water, how the plants get? Carbon dioxide comes from air and water from the soil. From the soil, water is absorbed by the roots and through the transportation system. In class 9 you have learned what do you call the transportation system in the plants? The transporting tissues, xylem and phloem. Are you remembering? So the transportation of water is conducted by the xylem elements. So the water is transported by the xylem through the stem and reaches the leaves. Now the ingredients are ready in the leaves. There is a kitchen, the leaf. If we talk in the cellular level, chloroplast is the kitchen of the plant cell. Chlorophyll is derived from the Greek words. Chloros means pale green, phylon means leaf. No chlorophyll pigment can absorb green light from the visible spectrum. It can only reflect it. So it appears green in color. So finally we can conclude chlorophyll is a macromolecule which captures light. It acts as a facilitator in the process of photosynthesis. The largest organelle of plant cell, what is that? Plastids, isn't it? The green plastids are known as chloroplast. Chloroplast, which has two membranes. Inside the membranes, this lumen area, a special matrix called stroma, which has enzymes which facilitate photosynthesis. In this stroma, there are stacks of cone-shaped structures. These stacks are known as grana. Each granum is made up of thylakoids. So in the granum, each thylakoid, you can see these green pigments are known as chlorophyll. These chlorophyll are able to absorb the light energy. That is, packets of light energy, photons, light particles. That is done by only chlorophyll pigments. Now, for cooking we need energy. Who gives the energy? The light energy comes from sunlight. So sunlight is an essential part of this reaction. Carbon dioxide and water are used by the plants to produce glucose and oxygen. Glucose is the simple form of carbohydrate, and oxygen, which is a byproduct in this chemical reaction, is serving as the breath of life. That is why green plants are the lungs of nature. We have to encourage afforestation. Now, what happened to this glucose produced? This glucose produced is utilized by the plants for the energy needs. But the entire glucose molecule is not utilized by the plants at one time. Whatever not used will be stored as another form of carbohydrate, starch, in the leaves. That is, this storage is served for the future. Now let us come to the three events of photosynthesis. A little more detailed way we will learn photosynthesis. Three events which are coming under photosynthesis. First one is absorption of sunlight. Absorption of sunlight by the chlorophyll. That is why this reaction takes place only during the daytime. Second one is the conversion of light energy into chemical energy. We are going in very brief about it. Actually, it's a very complicated chemical reaction. This is not in your syllabus. So, for the time being, you understand. Second process is light is converted into chemical energy. Light energy converted into chemical energy, and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. You know that a chemical reaction where light is used for splitting water is known as photolysis. So photolysis is the other word you can use here. Photolysis and conversion of light energy into chemical energy is the second event in photosynthesis. Absorption of sunlight by chlorophyll is the first. Thereafter, conversion of light energy into chemical energy and photolysis. And the third one is reduction of this carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, one of the reactants, carbon dioxide into carbohydrate. Which is the carbohydrate produced here? Glucose, isn't it? Glucose, the simple form of carbohydrate. This is the reduction reaction in the third event. You know already reduction means, the definition of reduction, addition of hydrogen or elimination of oxygen. So here addition of hydrogen takes place. More complicated processes are there, but for the time being you have to understand this much only. So what are the three events in photosynthesis? Absorption of sunlight by chlorophyll, conversion of light energy into chemical energy, and splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. Third one is the reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, that is glucose. So three events of photosynthesis. Out of these three, these two, first two, that is absorption of light by chlorophyll and conversion of light to chemical and splitting of water, come under light reaction, because these two events need light. It happens during the day. Whereas reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate, this does not require any light. So it is known as the dark phase, dark reaction. So we can say all these three events come under two phases, light reaction and dark reaction. So this is how you have to say the summary of the photosynthesis according to your syllabus. Very brief. Actually it's a very complicated chemical reaction. You are not learning the entire things in details now. So you can write the chemical equation as a balanced equation like this. 6CO2 plus 6H2O in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, glucose and oxygen. But actually if we combine these two chemical reactions, light reaction and dark reaction together, the sum up equation can be written as 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. That is in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. So this is the better one. The old edition of NCERT book, it is given like this, but in the revised edition it is shown like this. So it is better to write like this, but not the point. Here the reactant water, the same water is not produced as a product here. This is not this water. This is a product actually, but you are not going in detail here. The three events during the process photosynthesis you have learned now.
These three steps need not take place one after the other immediately. Some exceptions are there. For example, desert plants. What they do? They take up carbon dioxide at night and prepare an intermediate, malic acid, and during the daytime only this is acted by, that is malic acid is acted upon by the energy absorbed by the chlorophyll. That will be done during the day. There is no fixed time gap between the light reaction and the dark reaction. Thank you, children.